Hello and welcome to today's video. I will be showing you how to get the new Hermaeus Mora deck for the Tales of 3-Bit card game in the Elder Scrolls Online. Collecting this deck is a bit different than the others. It does have fragments that you need to collect just like before, but you can get all fragments in the new Endless Archive. If you open collections, you will notice that 4 of those fragments have the same explanation. You can get them by exploring the Endless Archive. The 5th one you can buy there with Archival Fortunes, which is the currency specific for this new place. I do have a video about the basics of Endless Archive, but in this video I will talk about the absolute minimum needed for the deck. If you're interested in more, make sure to check out the other video as well. So let's get to the point. Endless Archive is base game content. You don't need the Necrom chapter or ESO Plus to get there. If you open the map and go to Apocrypha, you can click on the icon for Endless Archive and port in. If you want, you can bring one friend or one companion. In there, make sure to pick up the quest, because this also gives you some fortunes which you need for one of the fragments. Enter the arena under the orb. Endless Archive is cut up in so-called arcs. In one arc you defeat the end boss Toad Replicanum once. But Toad has recreated a little bit of a chaos, and before you can get to them you have to defeat 4 other bosses, and before each boss there are 2 waves or stages of mobs. So when you get in, stage 1 starts. Defeat them, pick your buff for the next stage and continue. The next stage is another round of mobs, and after that stage you can finish your first cycle by defeating a boss. So you do 4 of those boss cycles, then the next boss cycle is for Toad Replicanum. I can't give you an exact guide because the mobs and the bosses are random. You never know which one you're going to run into at which moment. Do however remember that while Arc 1 is specifically designed to be relatively easy, if you die 3 times your run will end, so don't be careless. Sometimes you will also see side portals with challenges. Make sure to not skip them, because this is where I got most of my fragments, and if you died there it doesn't count for the countdown of threads or lives. After you defeat a boss or finish the side portal, a Muniment chest will spawn. This chest has a chance to drop one of the 4 deck fragments. I got 1 from the end boss Toad Replicanum, and the other 3 I got from challenges in Portals to the Unknown. The 5th fragment you can currently get for 3000 fortunes from a merchant in the north of the index chamber, where you land when you port in. This is also where you can hand in your quest. The first time you hand it in you will get 500 or 550 archival fortunes. I have ESO Plus enabled, so I get 10% more fortunes. I had to do 2 arcs to get enough fortunes to buy the fragments. You can either go directly back in and start Arc 2, which will be more difficult than Arc 1, or you can reset your run. The console you can use to do that is behind the orb. If you go back in after resetting, you will start with a fresh run in Arc 1. When you have enough of these fortunes, walk up to the merchant in the north, do not get distracted by all the other things he offers, and get yourself the last piece. All you have to do then is go to collectibles, combine the pieces, and you can start using your new deck. Do make sure however to read the cards carefully before you actually use them, because you are quite literally bargaining. That was it for now. I hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching and have a great day.